Tears on a withered flower is dark and dramatic, which I understand, but I seriously cannot take "I'll be a good boy" after being passively rejected serious. This brand new series was recently imported and toned down, but has become really popular, so let's look into it. Haesu is stuck in a weird spot. Not necessarily married, but not necessarily in a relationship with Mincheol, but still lives with him. She found out he had been cheating on her and is in like crippling debt because of him, and she works a bunch of jobs to keep up. But in return, she's lost her sense of value. She doesn't find herself beautiful, she thinks she's past her prime, and the character is constantly reflecting on her age and everyone around her. And when I say her dialogue is dramatic and everything just has to have a metaphor, I'm not joking. It literally is. The radiant inner light that comes with youth. Her body covered in pain relief patches like tape, holding a broken doll together. The rain is like a young me. I'm old, I can't have love, therefore I can't have. Every thought process she has is quite depressing, but she's in a pretty bad spot. If I were to really set up a feeling for this series, it would definitely be gloomy. This is a more mature, serious comic. But with one of her jobs, she works at a flower shop and walks in Rose Guy, the new love interest for this lead. His name is Taeha, whom she thinks is weird, but he is interested in her and is actually happy that she remembers what he orders, a banquet of roses. But him being a nobody leaves an impression on her to her depressing regular life. Her coworker is constantly pushing the idea that he's into her. And while that is the case, and I'm shouting, go ahead, cheat back if that technically counts, run away, fortunately things can't go that quickly, and honestly, I don't know where I stand with him because currently he's kind of creepy to me, I'm sorry. She's hesitant because he looks younger than her. She doesn't think that could ever happen, but takes the compliment her coworker gives her by calling her pretty. Shutting the idea down, lying that she's married, she's more stuck mentally with her ex, believing this relationship could be saved. Even though as the series goes on, it feels as though he has absolutely no interest in continuing. This character, he isn't a great person. He's berating her looks, downplaying her contributions financially to their living situation, hell, even cheating in her face and lying to people that they're related. And their whole relationship is this weird gray area where it's not like they're together, but he's convincing her they're a thing, but also baiting the idea of leaving her, abusive in that sense. This other male lead begins to reappear more and more at the flower shop, leaving a sandwich as a gift when noticing she's hungry, even a drink. While her coworker constantly suggests he has a crush on her, morally contemplating where to draw the line, she tears herself down. While we're seeing her tell her coworker once again she's married, insinuating this should go nowhere, we cut right to the devil himself messing with another woman and gossiping with other men that are convinced he's just been purely single. But if that wasn't bad enough, she is convinced they would get married if they cleared their debt. And he's just nonchalant about it, but he doesn't want her to be too pushy about it or he'll walk away, but is also still trying to get money out of her. She thinks the more she works and is able to give him what he wants, they'll be a happy family again. And while I'm only limited to like 7 episodes right now, the original relationship could have only been worse. Now, the other male lead, it gets a bit weird, you know, a little bit of a staring problem. He starts to appear more and more at her other workplaces with friends observing her, and his friends notice him looking around for someone. But it isn't until episode 4 they have an actual conversation and it feels like the comic's moving somewhere. When she's trying to leave her job and it's raining, her umbrella unfortunately breaks, and when she thinks of contacting Mincheol, Taeha appears with an umbrella. While that's nice, the opening line, "Where do you live?" I have to be honest, kind of creepy, not gonna lie. If this character wasn't attractive at all, a lot of y'all would be screaming in this scenario. Where do you live? Offering his umbrella, she decides to walk home with him. And it's a pretty awkward walk, but she throws out a thought, would his girlfriend be happy if she knew he was doing this? But he swiftly shares he doesn't have a girlfriend and that she was just with a friend earlier. But as he's trying to convince her, a car passes and splashes water, and he protects her with his coat. A lot of K-drama cliches take place in this comic, and I'm gonna be completely honest, I fell the fuck out when his immediate response was, "Look, I managed to shield you from all that water because I'm so tall." That's your selling point? Really? As this has gone on, she contemplates asking if he's flirting with her to shut down the idea and drawing a line. When she asks why he's been doing all of this for her, he simply says that he just wants to be acquaintances. By the end of this conversation, he asks if they should just be strangers from now on to, in a way, appease her, and she says yes. Obviously, that's not gonna happen. And to solidify the end of the conversation, he says, "I'll be a good boy." And she literally says she is mystified by this response as if this was groundbreaking. This is extremely unserious, I'm sorry. Mind you, he's like 23, 24, and she makes him sound like a zoo animal. The following day at her job, a random drunk man tries to make her give him a drink, and assuming she doesn't want to, because it wasn't clear what she said specifically, he gets so offended he makes her get on her knees and ask for forgiveness. Come to find out, Taeha beats the living shit out of him later because he somehow saw, while attempting to let him fight back to get an injury to go to another job she has to get a band-aid to get attention from her. That's kind of insane if you think about it, and it's working. I don't Alright, but apparently it reminded her of the never-ending violence when she was a child. But to be honest, that's where I'm gonna stop. This series is definitely more on the heavier, deeper side, very emotional. This has a lot of K-drama cliches, and I think is a bit slower. I would say I'm not a big fan of the other love interest. She needs more options because the other guy kind of feels like a stalker with his approach. Definitely could have been different. I think I'm more curious on how Haesu would be getting out of her predicament, breaking off her gray area relationship with her ex-husband. I think the dialogue can be a little unserious because it follows some of the cliche roots, but I just can't take, oh, because I'm so tall, so serious, and like in actual conversation, like, okay. Now this series also was originally more explicit, but was toned down. I haven't seen the original, so maybe this is crazier than I know, but with the limited out legally, I guess I will have to wait for more and come back to give more thoughts on this series. But what do you guys think? Have you read the series? Tell me about it. Check it out and tell me what you think.